Hey, what's up guys? Chief Pat here, and today bringing you guys a brand new Clash Royale video, and today we're going to be trying out an insane deck that's been floating around at the top of the leaderboards, and it actually involves both the Bowler as well as the Ice Spirit. Now personally, I haven't used these cards a lot. You can see my Bowler is level 6 actually, and my Ice Spirit's up to level 12 after I requested for it a bunch inside of my clan donations. But let's go ahead and try this deck out, give it a run, and to see if it's any good. So I'm guessing the combination with this deck is the Giant up front. Obviously the Giant's being used in almost every single deck, the Bowler in the back, and then you have a bunch of different support cards like the Ice Spirit, you have the guards, you have a bunch of different things you can use with it, and it should be able to tear through a couple of attacks. So checking out the very beginning, take a look at as this guy plays a Witch, and the Bowler is actually one of the strongest cards in the entire game against the Witch. It just keeps rolling its Bowler over and over and over again, and it took out all the skeletons in like half a second. You can see I'm going to play my Ice Spirit, which should do enough damage to knock out those minions, which only had a little bit of HP left. And as those bowling balls, or I guess boulders, you can call them, go down the lane, that tower actually got taken out pretty well, and I'm going to play my own Ice Wizard to respond. So you could already see the very first push of the game utilized all of the parts of this deck using the Bowler as well as the Giant, and of course we still have the Miner, the Mini P.E.K.K.A, as well as a few other things to give us the versatility you need to play against a bunch of different decks inside of the meta. Now right now things are looking okay. The Giant should be able to punch that tower down with one more hit, and meanwhile Mini P.E.K.K.A is going to slap down that Valkyrie. The minions are running towards us. We're probably going to have to zap those down. They do take 2 hits to die. I'm actually just going to leave them there and play the guards onto the Witch. I might take a little bit of damage right here, maybe a little bit more than I bargained for, but still, first tower's down of the game, and so far so good. Now from here we have the Ice Spirit, Miner, and Bowler. Obviously the only card we can really play would be the Bowler, unless we just want to go for a YOLO Miner mission. So I'm going to start with the Bowler on the bottom left, and then we can just sort of make our way. So I think I was like watching TV or something, so I played the Bowler like a half second too late. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get ready for a push. By the way, guys, if you don't know when the optimal time is to drop a card, you're supposed to drop it when your elixir is at about 9.5. Just a heads up in case anyone didn't know that. That's the optimal time to place, so you don't lose any elixir. But anyways, we've got a Giant running towards the tower. The Bowler is going to be smacking away at that Golem as well as the Mini P.E.K.K.A. My Ice Wizard should kill the minions that are left, and now we're sort of stockpiling a big group of units on our side of the map that we should be able to help out with in just a moment. So the Giant's going down, the Bowler is still alive and kicking, throwing that rock down the lane. It actually got a field goal. Look at the Bowler throwing a field goal through both the Ice Wizard and the regular Wizard. And now the Giant, the Miner, he's got the minions, which are actually annoying to deal with this deck. I think this deck is really weak to air, obviously, besides having the Ice Wizard and the Zap. I don't know really what you would do against a balloon. The tower's all the way down to 695. I don't think there's going to be a way for us to take it out, unfortunately. So that's going to wrap it up for 1 crown to 0 using this deck. And all it took was that very first push of the game to get that first tower solo on the right-hand side to be able to take it out for the win. So Giant Bowler, definitely an interesting strategy. 41 trophies for the W as we climb our way up through the new season reset, which just happened a couple of days ago at the time that I'm filming this. Let's take a look at battle number 2 against a level 12. We've got the Giant, we've got the Bowler queued up next, and let's get ready to go out for an all-out assault. Alright, so Giant in the back, and there's a Barbarian Hut, another card that's going to be so good for the Bowler. Let's drop the Bowler behind the Giant, and take a look at this. We're going to throw the Bowler, it's just going to keep running bowling balls down the lane, bowling perfect strikes. My puns are terrible, and now we can just, look, another spawner. He's going to drop the Tombstone. We're just going to Miner down that Princess, as well as Zap the remaining stuff back there, and this push is going so well so far, having the Bowler just throwing rocks down the lane over and over and over again, and the tower's pretty much all the way dead, and yeah, it actually is going to die. That's going to be the first tower of the game on the very first push using our Giant and our Bowler. So tower number 1 before a minute, and now I'm just pushing for the King Tower. Might as well. Look at the Boulder. I'm trying to get him to throw his boulders at the Princess to be able to kill the Princess. He plays a Goblin Hut, which is going to get smacked down. Now we're finally getting some of the rocks rolling in the right direction. The Tombstone should die in just a moment, and now one more roll is going to be able to okay, I guess the Ice Wizard's going to make it less fun and just kill the Princess for the second, or to take that out in this battle. Okay. let's reset. A lot of fun on that very first push. That was actually one of the longest pushes ever, I feel like. It was sort of just a stalemate on his side of the map. But now we've got our bowler up in the back. Even though he's level 6, he definitely still packs a punch. And since I don't have my giant, I could use my miner to tank. He's actually going to rocket the bowler down, which is extremely tanky to about maybe 20% HP. And I'm just going to go for a little bit of a crazy push. I've got the miner running towards the princess, the mini P.E.K.K.A doing the best job it can. The mini P.E.K.K.A is actually going to lock onto the tower, which is crazy, and do so much damage. And the tower number 2 is all but dead as well. This game has been a domination with the bowler giving us the backup that we need. The king tower is our final objective. He throws a thumbs up because he knows this game's over, and I'm gonna throw out a good game just so this one's done. There goes the goblin barrel towards the king tower. That's when you know the game's over. I really appreciate all the real MVPs out there who don't fight to the last death and just let the free crown happen. And this guy, whatever his name is inside of CNA, ended up being that guy. So I'm gonna troll with him a little bit. Let's do a miner on the right. Let's do an ice spirit. Who knows? Anywhere. But my giant's just gonna keep smacking away at that tower. The giant just dominates towers. It's crazy. And it's barely even taken. Look at that king tower. It's been attacking the king tower for like 15 minutes, and it barely even got taken down to half HP. Good game against our friend from CNA with some lightning bolts. 3 crowns to 0. And just another effective use of this deck. All right, so hopping into battle number 3 against our friend Hagay21. That's how I'll pronounce it, from Israel Empire. Let's drop a mini P.E.K.K.A onto the wizard, one-shotting that wizard in the face. Hog Rider's gonna run down the lane, but he's gonna have to respond to that mini P.E.K.K.A or else he's gonna be in some. Wait, hello? 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 What was that? Was the slowest reaction I've seen in my entire life. Bro, you gotta respond to that right there. Let me zap down this minion horde. And the Ice Spirit will help out as well, but I have no idea what he was doing there with that mini P.E.K.K.A. Giant with the miner in the back, the Ice Wizard right there. I'm dropping another good game on it. Sometimes, you know, I drop the good games, not only just because I think the game's over, but a lot of the time, if you like know the game's over and you say good game, people are less likely to respond. They just let the game end because they know the game's pretty much over, and that's sort of what I felt like the case was right here against this guy. So zapping down the 3 musketeers, the mini P.E.K.K.A and the giant doing the best job they can against that tower. The tower's all the way down into the 1200s. The 3 musketeers obviously not going to be able to do too much. I probably should drop my miner right now, right on the king tower, but I guess I was holding on to my hand, and let's go bowling right now. So here comes a perfect strike. We only got 2 of the pins, I think, and we're going to get 2 pins again. We have 3 pins on that bowl. And then the giant to go down on the musketeer and the royal GG. He's actually going to take a tower right here. Again, I should have just dropped a miner in the back. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I guess we can make this match last a little bit longer and have some fun with it. All right, well, miner's going to go now. It's at 317, 232, 147, 62 as he drops a wizard. And you know what? At this time, it's time to think up an evil plan. Guys, Clash Royale, it's a war. I know my zap does enough damage. It's 99. Let's get ready for a play. I'm dragging my zap around. I want him to give a little bit of hope. There goes the Hog Rider towards the bottom. Hog Rider's making its way there. His wizard on the right-hand side's doing work. At this point, he's like, dude, is he away? Is he actually playing? I'll play a giant down there. Sort of freaking him out. 21-26. The 3 musketeers are going for it. And then as they make their way there, he's gonna win. Oh, all right. Well, yeah. That may be the meanest thing I've ever done. But good game. He even drops a laugh because that was so cool. Maybe one of the cruelest things I've done in the game. Unless you saw that one live stream where, yeah, I BM'd one guy really bad. I'm not going to talk about it. If you guys watch my Twitch streams, you know what I'm talking about. Let's get into one last battle. I need to wash my hands after that last one against Rope from Orion. And he's going to start with the Royal GG on the right. So a straight up Royal GG, no follow-up. I'll just drop a mini P.E.K.K.A, which is going to start slapping away at it. If he's not playing any support to the Royal GG, he's going to have to deal with 2 lanes now. He has the mini P.E.K.K.A in the right and the giant in the left. No matter what he does, he's going to have to commit to one side. And because of that, I can just go on the other side. But he does have the Inferno tower. That's going to be a little bit annoying. I'm going to zap it down, and I was hoping my Inferno, or the Inferno, would lock onto my guards instead of my giant. But as my Ice Spirit runs down the lane, the giant should be able to get at least 1 hit off onto the tower, even a 2nd hit, and it's all the way down to 812 after our very first push of the game. So pretty good stuff. We have our full arsenal right now as far as what we want to use in the deck, the giant and the bowler, the main 2 cards in our push. So let's start with the giant. Of course, the bowler is a little bit harder to play because it costs so much elixir in combination with the giant, and usually he'll probably go on a counter attack. So let's wait to see what he does. Looks like he must not have a lot of elixir at all, and he's going to play a miner on his side of the map. Alright, well, I'll drop an Ice Wizard, and my Bowler's going to start bowling away. He's going to drop a mini P.E.K.K.A. in the back. At this point, I don't know if he's trolling, but he drops an Inferno Tower, so I guess he's not. Look at the Ice Wizard dance, by the way, when the Ice Wizard gets all lagged or glitched out like that. The Bowler's going to throw at that mini P.E.K.K.A., finally be able to take that out, and then start tossing some rocks at the King Tower, or the Crown Tower, to do a little bit of damage. So Barbarians are going to distract. Obviously, this is not a great position to throw your Bowler or Boulder towards that right-hand side. And instead of responding, I'm just going to drop my Giant there first. And I have to play a really awkward Miner, but I actually separated the Barbarians, which is pretty good for me. It's going to give my tower a little bit of time to deal with those two at the tower. But unfortunately, one of the Barbarians had a little bit of HP left, and I don't want to take that tower all the way down to 0. So I ended up trying to save it. But tower number 1 is down. I'm going for a counter push in the right-hand lane. He drops the Inferno. He is absolutely crazy about these Inferno towers. Fire Spirit should be able to distract the mini P.E.K.K.A. for a second, but it's not going to be enough. So I'll drop a Giant to distract it down just a little bit further. And now we've got a push going down the left. He's going to be pushing the right. The mini P.E.K.K.A. should be able to help stop that Royal Giant. And with 30 seconds left, he's actually getting pretty dangerously close to taking my first tower of the game. Now I do have to try to keep this guard alive as long as possible. Or this Giant alive as long as possible, just to say I did. Meanwhile, my Miner's smacking away at that tower on the top right. And I gotta admit, I got a little bit lazy in this battle, and now he's gonna take this first tower. There's pretty much nothing I can do except go on a counter assault with the Bowler and the Giant and hopefully be able to pull something out. But with everything rolling, I should have dropped an Ice Spirit there. I'm an idiot. I let my Giant die. The Bowler's gonna get massacred by the Barbarians. I only have been able to do damage with my Miner right now, and this deck is sort of falling apart on me. I'm getting some chunks onto the tower, but not nearly as much as I would want. Now he's got a massive counter push down the right-hand lane. I'm gonna have to try to brave the storm, but actually he chooses an interesting target for his Royal GG. Instead of going for my King Tower where all the rest of his troops were going, he goes for my side tower, which was pretty interesting, I guess, since it does have significantly lower HP. Maybe not the worst idea, but take a look as the Miner beats the tower all the way down to 207. 30 seconds left in the battle. We have to be able to cycle back to our Miner and hopefully get a hit off onto the tower, or else we're going to tie, which would just be annoying. You guys know what ties are like. Ties are the worst thing inside of Clash Royale. You waste 4 minutes and get absolutely nothing out of it. So let's drop an Ice Wizard. We have to defend. We don't want to lose. Miner's going to go down on the right. Let's get the Ice, or what? Let's get the Zap ready. Zapping down at the same time. Tower's going to go all the way down to 0, and that's going to pull out a 2 crown and 1 dub against Rope from Orion. Very nicely done. Inferno Tower in the back. Almost was able to distract my Miner. Good game. 2 crowns to 1 and 35 trophies for our efforts. Guys, this deck is sort of crazy. I think it's pretty fun to play, but it obviously takes a little bit of practice. It's not one that you can just sort of face roll like P.E.K.K.A. Double Prince among some of those other easier decks, but pretty fun stuff. If you guys have a Miner and an Ice Wizard, I'm sure that's 0.1% of you guys, then definitely make sure you try this out. Otherwise, use at your own risk and have fun doing it. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you drop a like. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace out.